Hi, so in this video, we are actually going to see an example which is based on the library called result, and this is one example where you will actually get a feel of how to sort of extend the sort of theory part into practical functions. So this can be considered as a part of functional programming in C++. So we are basically going to see a quadratic equation. So you of course might be knowing that in case of quadratic equation, in order to solve ax square plus bx plus c, we have actually two possible solutions. Okay, one is x1 equals to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and also this can be viewed as this: ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a comma b comma c is equals to known numbers and where a can't be 0. Okay, and x is obviously the unknown. Okay, so we are going to sort of create that, and that is what we are actually going to see. So this is the program which you will be writing, and I will of course show you how to write. So yes, so if I start to compile this. Okay, so let me open the terminal in this directory, and let me just write g++ std c++ 17, and then result underscore eg1 dot cpp. Okay, and you also need to run the compiled file, compiled code actually. So wait for some time and you will get this output as x1 equals to this and x2 equals to this. So we are using the same concept. Okay, basically you can actually take the cue from the map results where we have used parse. Okay, we are basically parsing, there are two different parameters and we need to multiply. So you need to take parse one parameter and then uh, then you need to pass second parameter, and then you have to do the final operation, which is first multiplied by second. So the same thing which we will be doing, okay, over here, but of course taking cues from, I guess, yeah, so taking cues from by creating different functions. Okay, and we will also be using like this. Okay, so all this we will be actually doing over here. Okay, so why not just let's start the coding part. Okay, so yeah, so well, I will just start the coding right away. So include iostream and then include result dot hpp, and then you have to sort of write a few namespaces, string, because I'm going to put string as the error type in case of result, then using result and then using result, okay, using result error, and then int main return 0, and then we will be doing basically cout x1 when x1 equals to, okay, x1. Same thing we will be doing in case of x2. Okay, that's it, and let's comment for now so that there is no error being shown over here. So yeah, starting with the, so first we need to create a division function. You can see over here. So yeah, let me just look at the, yeah. So first we have to do is basically what are the operations involved here. So one is division, another is square root. Okay, so these are the two main operations, and multiplication and power is obviously you can fetch it from C math library. Okay, C++. Okay, so yeah, so you also have to include sort of hash include C math, and then, so let me just start the coding. Division, and then you are going to just write double A comma double B, and then it is of result type. So one is of double and then it's of string, and then you are, so here you have to put a condition that if B is sort of 0, then you have to return error of string. So string is going to be um, division error. What is that? That denominator can't be 0. Okay, and else return okay, and then it's going to be a by b, sorry, a by b. Okay, so that's it. Moving on to the next function, which is of square root. Okay, I mean, you can probably ask question that we have a square root function in CMath, and why the hell we are actually doing this? Because we do want to create a custom error message when there is sort of problem with that function. Okay, we do not want sort of a message coming up or popping up like invalid function or invalid parameter set. So that is what so let's say if the division function is not happening, then it is going to give this error. Okay, so this is the major benefit you get. Okay, anyways, double string, and then you can actually return, okay, I'll do it later. So it's going to be, let's say, a if it's square root, if it's negative. Okay, if it's 0 then fine. If it's negative, then you can return error, and then string is going to be square root error, that is param can't be negative. Okay, that's it. Else return okay, and then here you have to use the cmaths function, which is square root of a. Okay, moving on to the next function. So you might have observed that in one of those theory, that is the map results, you have actually created a parse function. So same thing which we will actually be doing, but in here in that example we saw that the parameter was string, but now we are going to put as double. So yeah, auto, and then parse, and then it is going to be of double a. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be of this, but we can actually do like this. I mean, yeah, result, rather, let me do one thing, auto parse result of double string. Here it's going to be try library, and I'm going to put here as, yeah, return okay a, and catch is going to be c dot what. So I'm just going to comment it, and then I'm going to write return error, string, I'm sorry, e dot what, that's it. Okay, so let me just put it this way, I guess. Yeah, cool. So next we are going to create the main function, which is, let's say, operation, and let me just create. So now a comma b comma c, and it is parsing as pair. Okay, so here you have to also use another thing. So it is obviously going to give pairs, as you can actually remember that in here one is x1 and x2. So x1 is like minus b plus, that's under that, and here is minus b is minus of this and divided by 2a, of course. So yeah, I mean, you have to do is, yeah, just close the remaining samples. Yeah, that's it. So pair and then string. Okay, so here we actually know the problem that if b square, I mean b square minus 4ac. So yeah, I'll just first resolve the error for pair. So for pair you have to add this library, and also using stt pair and using stt make underscore pair. Okay, so this is in case of output I'll be doing that. Anyways, return, anyways, I'll do it later. First I have to write auto y equals to, it is going to be b square minus 4ac, that factor. Okay, so b square, okay, power of b comma 2 minus 4 star a star c. Okay, that's it. And I also have to do is like write if y is equals to, I mean y if, let's say, is less than, okay, if it's a negative, okay, if y is negative, then it is going to give error. So I could not have used this part, okay, just like in case like here. So here the main operation function, okay, you have seen in aliasing the theory. Here it has not actually taken as math result. Okay, I mean math result is of this type. Okay, so it has not taken, I mean, result count, but here I do have to, because here I know that what is the error. So error is string, the factor is negative error. Okay, so this is the reason, and now I can actually, you don't need to just use this curly braces, else you have to do is, yeah, okay, so before that I have to define here as double x1 equals to 0.0 comma y1 equals to, sorry, x2 equals to 0.0. Okay, just put spaces in order to make the code readable. Anyways, now I have to write as x1 equals to parse, you have to parse y, and then you have to introduce lambda function. Okay, and let me just make it as underscore y, and then I'm going to return parse, you have to parse now. So whatever is left, b square minus 4ac has been solved over here. So if you go to this part, b is left and a is left, so you have to parse this two things, and then okay, int b, okay, and then you have to do is return you have to do is return parse a, and then you have to map. So while mapping, you have to use int a, okay, and then you have to do like this, okay. So now you can actually sort of use, okay, that is, yeah. So here you are going to write it as return, and then it is going to be, first we are going to do b square. Okay, so why not just do this division, okay, and in the second factor is going to be 2a, okay, and then it is going to be, and first it is going to be unwrap, okay. So yeah, that's it. And it is going to, the first factor is it is going to be minus b plus, okay. So yeah, minus b plus square root of, it is going to be y, okay. So b plus minus b plus square root of y, and divided by the whole divided by 2a, okay. But here you have to write unwrap, that's it, okay. So it's done, I guess. Okay, so this is first, and then you have to do as x2. This is the change you have to make, and then you have to do is return make pair x1 comma x2. That's it. We are very close towards the end, okay. Oh, there is some problem with this, I guess. Unwrap, okay. So that is, I mean, there is one problem with this. Let me just check. Expect a type got pair. I'm sorry, expected a type. So here it has to be double, then it has to be double. Okay, that's it. And I have sort of, so error is going to be like, okay, there is some problem with this. Okay, I'm sorry. String. Fine, cool. I guess I don't need to do this. Yeah, I don't think so. But there is a problem. Okay, so that is why I have to unwrap. Unwrap, I have to. Okay, and here what is the problem? Cannot convert. Okay, so I have to write is okay, and then unwrap. Oh, and then I guess no need to. That's it. Okay, so there is no error at all. Okay, everything is okay. I mean in here instruction, and that's it. So I just need to do this. X1 equals to upper, and then I have to write is, let's say 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, 3 comma 4, and then x2. Okay, so there's a pair, so you have to do is this, and then you have to do is this. Okay, so first you have to unwrap, by the way, because it is a result type. So then you have to do this. I'm sorry, there's some problem. X2. Okay, Yeah, now it's first, I guess. Upper, what is the problem over here? Oh, not declared. I'm sorry, literally sorry. Auto x2. And then you have to actually, what is the problem over here? Let me just see. Has no first. Okay, fine. So first you have to make it as a pair, and then you have like in a second. Okay, so that's it, and we are going to execute. Yes, let me just make it to test. Okay, fine. I just have to do one thing, which is I have to open in this terminal. Yes, so fine, and let's just run the code. I hope there is no error. Okay, so there is one problem, and this error is very simple. It is saying that, because of the fact that the b square minus 4ac is actually having problem. So that is why this error has been given. Okay, so you can actually find what is the output. Okay, so here throwing an instance of this. Okay, so you can actually now call like this, which is, so you have to give here as maybe 10. Okay, and just 10, and then you can run it. I'm sorry, yeah, so it's working perfectly fine. Okay, there is one exercise for you guys, which is why it is not, try to find out that why it is not giving the error, I mean the required error, why it is showing like this. Why not just error factor is negative? Okay, please do find it out. Okay, and thank you, and I'll see you in the further videos. Thank you.